G'day guys, I'm here in Nashville with Missy Lancaster.
Hi.
How are you, darling?
Good, how are you going?
Very good, thank you. Now, I know this year has been a big one for you. You've just signed with Sony Australia.
I have.
And you've had the release of your music video come out like 3 days ago.
2 days ago, yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And you're over here songwriting. I've seen like you've been writing with some amazing people, including Aussie-born Bill Barton, who is just an absolute classic. Tell me, how has this year been going for you?
Oh, this year has been such a whirlwind. You know, I think everything has just kind of picked up and happened so fast. So, you know, it's so exciting. You know, this is what I've wanted to do for a while, so.
But this hasn't come without you paying your dues.
No.
You've been around the circuit for a long time now,
yep.
playing at Tamworth. I know you've got coming up Danny Ute Master and Gympie.
Yep.
But first I'd like to hear how you got into songwriting and playing the guitar. I know you've got a beautiful guitar and I get guitar envy when I watch you.
Every night before I went to sleep, I used to listen to a country music station on my like little alarm clock. The Taylor Swift song Teardrops on My Guitar used to always come on, and I never knew who sang it, and then I ended up, you know, discovering Taylor Swift in that, and I started to learn the guitar. And I learnt that song and I played it until my fingers bled. When I was 8, I got up at Enfield Golf Club, which is in my hometown, and they used to have country music every Friday night there. And I got up with Luke O'Shea and I sang True Blue. And I suppose that was like my first kind of like introduction to being on the stage, and I always loved it. Last year actually I gave up uni, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to put 100% into my music career, and then, you know, my manager Dan Biddle picked me up singing in Tamworth. So it was actually this time last year, on this exact day actually, that I was singing at the Long Yard Hotel.
Today?
Yeah. And
wow.
Yeah.
And are your parents into country?
Sure are.
Yep.
I grew up listening to John Williamson and Troy Cassidy and Paul Kelly as well, and Casey Chambers. So yeah, we used to drive around the countryside and I'd be singing, "We're all gonna die someday, Lord."
So what does country music mean to you? And I think this is a really important question to ask.
As a country music fan, we look after each other, and I think it's very honest, and it's real life, you know. And I just love that everyone can kind of share the same passion, you know, about music. And I do it all the time, you know, like I'll be at, you know, a concert and I'll find someone in the crowd who is singing as loud as me, and then I befriend them.
Sorry, what happened at CMA Fest this year? So, like, there was 80,000 people at CMA Festival, and I'm going to make a confession. I did not have a floor ticket, but I figured out a method on how to sneak into the field, which is pretty much just keep walking when they tell you to stop. So, okay, sorry, Mum and Dad. So I snuck onto the field, and I did that the entire time. I'd actually bought like a $150 ticket, and I got into the field,
No,
and they're
girl.
like $700 tickets, but whatever. Sorry, guys.
It's all coming out.
Yeah. And I snuck to the very front to watch Luke Bryan and Keith Urban. And I'm standing there dancing and screaming, and I turn and Missy's standing right there, and it was just like one of these,
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I think we are Keith Urban's biggest fangirls. It is ridiculous.
That was incredible.
Yes, so, you know, we were kicking up some dust that
We
night.
sure were. So while you've been in Nashville, who have you been writing with, and have you got any, can you give me any sneak peeks on what we have to expect for any songs coming up?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to write with Josh Kerr. So he's just had 2 number ones.
With Kelsey?
With Kelsey Ballerini, with Love Me Like You Mean It, and Dibs. And I've been lucky enough to write with Jessie Lee, and she's a writer of Peter Pan, which is another Kelsey one, and another guy called Jason Duke.
So you're vibing with them well?
Yeah, it's such a surreal feeling to, you know, go into a room and be like, oh, okay, wow, so you've just had a number 1 song. Okay, I'll do my best to
Oh, stop it.
to keep up.
I know that your spirituality plays a big part in how you are as an artist.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about how you use that as a tool in your life.
I think it's one of those things where I think we are too hard on ourselves. So I think we should uplift each other. So I think, you know, we get too worked up about things, and we need to stop, and we need to live in the present moment, because life is amazing.
You have people following you and watching what you're doing. That is a gift, and you have two ways that you can use it.
Yeah.
And if you use it in a positive light, you can affect so many people that are watching you.
Yeah.
And you have got young girls that are watching you, and boys, and you know, whatever. And I think it's really great that you've chosen to be a positive influence on yourself and for others. And I think that's really good.
For me, I had a really hard time growing up. You know, in high school, I had anorexia quite bad, and you know, I was in a hospital. And you know, if I could speak to my teenage self now, you know, I would say, like, you can do this, you can do it, you know. I just kind of thought that I would never be good enough. But, you know, I look how far I've come, and I think, wow, just within this year, I have changed my whole life around. So it's just amazing, and I really want to use my story, and I want to help, you know, people that are struggling with eating disorders, because I know how hard it is, and, you know, it is a struggle, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And, you know, I believe every day that my life is amazing, and I believe, you know, that bad things do not exist in my life, because I choose to only see the positive.
Well, I think that you've got a really bright future ahead of you, and I think it's awesome that you're over here doing this. So you're heading back to Sydney?
Sure am, tomorrow.
And you've got the Denny Ute Muster.
Yep.
And Keith Urban's headlining that one as well.
He
so that's
is.
exciting.
I know.
You're going to get to meet Keithy.
I hope so. I know, I'm his biggest fan girl. Oh my gosh, it is ridiculous.
He's great.
Yes.
I'm slightly jealous. I have this thing that I usually do with people, and it's called A Minute in Australia. In Australia.
Australia.
But because you're not American, we're going to flip it around a little bit. And this is called How Well Do You Know Your Own Country?
Oh no.
I want you to sing for me the Australian anthem, every word.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth fertile. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
All right, that was very good. High five.
Thanks.
So it's very commonly known that most Australians don't know the words to the anthem. There are verses of it. Australians all ride ostriches. This is a thing, okay? And if you watch the football and the boys are all lined up for the footy, you just watch them going, completely have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's 4th of July weekend here in America. And because we're not allowed fireworks at home, and I'm a pyro, and you can buy them here, you get some fireworks as a present.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But
you can
I'm
let them off
going
tonight.
home.
You can let them off tonight.
Okay.
With Dan.
Okay.
Why not? Okay, you have to answer this. When I say Aussie, you say oi, oi, oi.
Okay.
We're going to try that again. How well do you know your own country? When I say Aussie.
Oi.
When I say Aussie, you say
Oi.
Aussie.
Aussie.
Oh, Missy, no!
All right, do it. Sorry, I didn't mean.
When I say Aussie, you say
Aussie.
How does she not know this?
Aussie, oi, oi, oi.
Okay, this is how it goes. When I say Aussie, you say
Oi.
Aussie, oi, Aussie,
I
oi.
did
Aussie,
say
Aussie,
that.
Aussie, oi, oi.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because I love you, you get a love heart Aussie sticker. Where are you going to put this?
I'll put it on my hand.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Who was Australia's first Prime Minister?
Edmund Barton.
Yes, very good.
Yeah. So I would have been a good teacher.
Yes, you would have.
I know.
All right, well, that comes to the end of our interview. Tell everybody where they can follow you: website, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook.
So you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, just under Missy Lancaster Music. So it's all up there, and my music is on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on YouTube. So, and it will be in stores.
And keep an eye out for
next week.
Her album, which is coming out next year,
Next
and
year.
the EP. And you can check out her music video everywhere at the moment.
Yeah.
If you're in Australia, it's on CMC.
Yep.
Yep, awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Bye.